Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Rise of Kingdoms gameplay from your very own Shappy Gaming. You may notice the face cam is not here today, but that is because I am in transit. If you haven't already, do be sure to hit that subscribe button right over there, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell so you get notified when new episodes come out. Today, we are talking about something very exciting and very close to heart, and that is migration. As you can see, my power is down. I'm at 64 million power, and not 65, and there's a very good reason for that, and that is Shappy is migrating. I know I'm just as disappointed as you are, but I'm looking forward to the next new adventure. And so today I'm going to be talking about all the different things that I've done to prepare for migration, and we're actually going to do the deed. So in order to prepare for migration, I had to lower power. And the reason I had to lower power is because I wanted to make sure that I only needed 35 passports in order to migrate. If you watch the low spender migration guide, then you know all about how to get passports cheaply, but I'll reiterate for you, you can get them using alliance credits in the shop. And so if I come in here, you can get a passport for 600k alliance credits, or I guess individual credits, 100k alliance credits. It has to be stocked. A lot of kingdoms don't stock them, which makes sense because you don't want people leaving. Or you can get them in the New World bundle if you want to spend money. The first bundle is $5 for one passport. Second is $10 for two. So if I come in here, you can see that right over here. Yep. So that's 5 for one, 10 for two. It kind of gets worse going up from there. I think it's 20 for three. So if you are planning on migrating, you want to prepare in advance. But let's talk about the name of the game, power, and when you want to migrate and how you're going to migrate. So you will notice that I am in KVK, but I'm not in KVK. So the best time to migrate is right after KVK ends, because you still get to retain your buffs from KVK until the end of the Lost Kingdom. And so I've already gotten all my rewards, got my gold heads. It's been awesome. But now I'm actually still able to migrate with expanded hospitals. And so I can actually save 690k troops and take them with me. Not only that, but I still have yet to get my troops back from the Hall of Heroes. So when I do migrate, I'll be at a much higher power than I would have otherwise been. So the best time to migrate is after a KVK, immediately after it ends, that same day, if your kingdom is open. You hope it is. In this instance, we're going to, I believe, 2389. And so it should be open. If it's not, then I'll have to message some people on Discord and get myself in there, won't I? But let's talk about, how you prepare, things you can do to lower power, etc. So one of the things you can do is kill all of your siege. Siege are kind of, useless power, and if you're in KVK, you're probably going to get half back anyways. So the best way to kill all your siege is actually to fill your hospital with T5 of other units. So you're going to want to fill your hospital with your archers, your infantry, whoever you want to keep and bring with you to the next kingdom. Once you have done that, you're going to want to make sure you don't have War Frenzy and just put your siege in a node and let enemies attack it. What this is going to do is it's going to kill a bunch of siege, and you're going to get speed ups and stuff in return. So if I actually scroll down here, let's see if I have it. Some units died. It doesn't tell me. We'll see. Yeah. So I killed a bunch of units here, and I actually got speed ups and resources in exchange. And if you want me to make a guide on how all that works, be more than happy to. So that's the first way that you're going to really cut power. Fill your hospital with T5 units, not T4. And the reason I say not T4 is a T5 unit is worth 10 power, a T4 unit is only worth 4. We got another verification here. And so you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're filling your hospital with T5 units, because that's maximizing the amount of power per troop that you have in your hospital. The next thing you're going to want to do is actually take all of the equipment off of your commanders. You don't have to dismantle it. You literally just have to take it off. So I'll show you right now. If you see my power, 64876. So let's come in here. Guan, I'm going to take your helmet from you. And obviously, legendary equipment is more impactful, but just for shiggles, I will show you guys. Yeah, 64875. So that lowered it slightly. Legendary equipment does make a massive difference. The other thing you can do, if you really don't want to kill troops, you can actually come in here and use a civilization change to Byzantium. Byzantium gives you a hospital capacity of 15% extra, which in this instance would probably put my hospital capacity closer to 750k rather than 690, which is actually pretty substantial. And if you're a cavalry player, that's going to be the best civilization for you anyhow. So those are the two easiest options. You can kill troops, you can fill your hospital, you can expand your hospital, and you can take armor off your commanders. The other thing you can do, which is not well known, is you can actually reset your talents. So if you come in here and you go to any of these pages and you have 0 points used, you can actually use a talent swap to bring your commander power down, because simply using the talent points adds power to your commander. So if you don't use them, then your commander points go down. And we all have all of those talent resets just not being used. The other thing, if you're really, really, really in dire straits, is you can actually come in here and use a skill reset. And if you do that, that will also lower the power of your commanders. The name of the game with migration is making sure that you can migrate for as cheap as absolutely possible. The next thing we're going to be covering is resources. So resources are really hard when you're migrating. You can, do what Lilith wants and just press delete and type in delete when you're ready to migrate. Or you can actually be smart about it. So the best uses of your resources when you're migrating are as follows. A, you're going to come in here and you're going to start your heal before you leave, because that way you're using all of your resources for that heal. When you get your new kingdom, you'll have enough. Other thing is, you'll notice that I have these training boosts here. I used 4 20k training boosts to make sure that I can use up that resources as effectively as possible. So when I do go to my new kingdom, I'll have a bunch of troops ready to claim, hopefully in short time. In an ideal situation, you do want to make sure you get a healing buff and then a training buff. I kind of didn't bother to think about that, but if you're planning out your migration effectively and you want to make sure you're minimizing speed up usage, that's really the best way to do it. The other thing, if you come in here in your research center, there is a nice little boost here for special medicines. And if you decide to invest in that tech, you can, and it'll lower your resource cost for migration. So if you're low on resources and you can't make the cut, that's going to be what's going to help you. However, if resources don't matter to you as much, you can actually save your crystal, and that will get converted to gold when you do move to your new kingdom. So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking to get a head start after you migrate. Save those crystals, use them later after you migrate. So those are really the top things that I'm going to cover. Lowering power, cheapening your migration, and the things you actually do. Now, if you're anything like me, you have a bunch of gold saved up for fighting, and you need to use up your gold. The best way to use up your gold is actually to come in here and invest in all that gathering equipment that you've neglected for so long. So I actually came in here and I made sure that all of my main gatherers have critted gathering equipment. And so that's a really effective way to get rid of some of that extra gold, or even if you need to just refine normal equipment in general. It's a really effective way to use up that gold, because otherwise you're just going to give it away. Or you're just not going to increase your equipment. And so that's an effective use of your gold. If you have more than just gold, and here's my best advice for you. If you take anything away from this video, you should take this away. You should be creating 2 farms in your new kingdom that you're migrating to. You should do that before you migrate any of your existing farms into that kingdom, because you can have 2 accounts in a kingdom created there. However, if you have 2 accounts there already, you can't make more. So you should do that in advance. Then you should migrate all of your other farms over, with the exception of the ones that you want to still get to level 25. Before you leave a kingdom, you should dump all of your resources on your last 2 farms. So let's say you have one that's level 24, and then you have one that you haven't created yet. You're going to want to be dumping on those 2. And the reason you're going to do that is you're going to dump on your one that you want to get to level 25. You start your building upgrade, and then you dump on a new one after your main migrates out. And that way, you're effectively using up those resources and not actually losing them. And when that last farm is ready to come on over, you can just bring it over. And that way you're building up farms, you're using those resources rather than giving them away or deleting them. Obviously, if you're leaving on good terms, it's better to give away the resources. But if you do want to invest in farms and improve your resource production in the long run, that is going to be the best way to do it. Not only that, if you do have that extra gold, you can get that equipment, the gathering equipment, on those farms as well. So, if you guys do come back and you're very confused, Shappy, you're no longer in Kingdom 2120, you would be correct. I am heading out, and I'm very excited about the next adventure. So, with that, let's head home, and let's see if they've got the doors open and ready for me. Let's see. Oh, there's a cap. So, I am going to migrate, and I will be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and I have news that the cap at 2389 is up. So with that, let's head over there and look for our new beginning. Okay, cap is open. Let's do it, Shappy Squad. As you can see, 35 passports required. No troops in battle. We're doing it. Gonna do Lilith's lovely delete. Done. Confirm. And game is resetting. Oh man, this is so exciting. And we have successfully migrated to 2389. Once you arrive, you can, clear your hospital, do all the great things. You are going to want to come in here, join the top alliance in the kingdom, and check your monument for rewards. I hope that you've enjoyed. I know I have. If you have, be sure to hit that subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner, and hit the bell for when new episodes come out. We are covering all things Rise of Kingdoms, as well as Minecraft and all sorts of other great content. I hope that you've enjoyed. Shappy out.